From the might of fiery goddesses to women of valor, India is no stranger to Nari Shakti, the power of a woman. From fighting in Subhash Chandra Bose's army in India's War of Independence, to winning Gallantry Awards in independent India. When it comes to upholding the honor of the country, the women of India have walked shoulder to shoulder with its men. And it was here, in 1992, that the first batch of 25 women cadets was trained. The Officers Training Academy in Chennai. Today, the OTA is a premier military academy, and the only one to train women cadets, turning them into proud officers of the Indian Army.
I don't need recognition, I'm on a mission, I'm playing good, I'm in position, I'm staying up, staying late. You're doing good, I'm doing great. Recognition, you're doing good, I'm doing great.
It's a warm Chennai morning. A 26-year-old lady cadet is gearing up for an important day.
I am Battalion Under Officer Ipupu Mena, and I am from Arunachal Pradesh. As a kid, I was always a very physically active kid. I could not sit still. I always used to play around with boys more than the girls. Run around, jump over here and there. So I had in my mind that I wanted to join Indian Army, but I never said it out loud because you are very introvert, you feel awkward saying your dreams to other people.
She has completed 6 of her rigorous 11-month course at the OTA, and now is a senior termer, and an appointment, a position of prestige and responsibility.
Today the new cadets are arriving in the academy. And as I'm a senior termer and an appointment, I'll be one of the seniors who will be addressing them.
Ipupu?
Yes?
Junglers are coming. Let's go.
Let's go.
A star cadet at the academy, Ipupu is also in the running for the coveted Sword of Honor, awarded to the best performing cadet. The OTA welcomes approximately 250 cadets twice a year. 23-year-old Shriti Dubey is one among them. Bright-eyed and eager to begin her journey towards becoming an officer in the Indian Army.
The best feeling while coming to OTA is when our bus entered. There's a gate that has been written there, like Officers Training Academy. I was so excited.
Jain ma'am, Lady Cadet Shriti Dubey from Bhopal. I have been asked to report to Jozilla Company.
Welcome cadets to Officers Training Academy Chennai. First of all, congratulations. You are the best who have been chosen to serve in the Indian Army. I am Battalion Under Officer Ipupu Mena. To my right is Senior Under Officer Suniti Chamoli.
From now on, cadets, you're not from Karnataka, not from West Bengal, Northeast or North. You're from Indian Army. Where are you from? Indian Army!
How's the Josh? I cannot hear you. How's the Josh?
My mother and my father, they used to live in Uttar Pradesh, Kanpur. I've been staying with my Nana Nani since I was 1.5 years in Bhopal. My mother and father always want to me do something which is different, but I want to improve my personality.
Haircuts are mandatory for all cadets except Sikhs, marking the start of training and a distinct shift away from their old civilian life.
I lost my mother 1 year back. She was an NCC cadet. She wanted to join army. She's my ideal. I miss my mom, and now my father is there, so I can't cry in front of him because I am his strength.
One ceremonial from one father. Two heckle feather.
Over the years, almost 30% of the officers who have been commissioned into the army have come from the OTA Chennai, which includes about 25,000 odd gentlemen cadets and almost 2,500 plus women officers. We have started this inducting women into the army about early 90s. Earlier there were little apprehensions whether they would be able to cope with the workload and the demands of service life. But let me say with a lot of pride that they have risen to the occasion, and whatever task has been given to them, they have performed it exceedingly well.
Post the 1962 conflict with China, a need was felt to modernize and expand the Indian Army, and for which a lot more number of officers were required. So emergency commission courses had to be conducted. So 2 officers training schools were established, one in Pune and the other one in Chennai, then Madras. So initially we had these temporary barracks where people used to stay, even the classrooms were temporary barracks. Over the years now, since we are more than 55 years old, the infrastructure has developed tremendously, the best possible in the world today.
Crack of dawn, first day for new cadets. Amidst the chaos, seniors help the juniors to get set for the morning drill. And Ipupu keeps a hawk's eye on everyone.
When the work is given, if it's done or it's not done, you'll come and report back. You're a senior. When you come from a civilian world, you are very individualistic. But when you're army, you're responsible for the people that are around you. So you have to make sure that if you're good, they should also be good.
Company, Savdan. I'm proud and privileged. To be ordained as an.
All the cadets are divided into 2 battalions, and further into 6 houses or companies. Out of these, Zojila and Philora are the 2 lady cadet companies, proud and fiercely competitive.
Excellence and purity.
It's very tough to be in Zojila because Zojila is known for very strong lady cadets. Very, very strong. Mentally, physically, you have to be good in everything. Don't be afraid of the ball, it will not kill you. When I say bend, I want ekdam sabka fast reaction, everybody ek saath. It should be tak tak. Bend. Get up everybody. This is not the reaction that I want. I'm telling get up and you're taking 1 day to get up. Shriti, are you hurt, injured? You want me to take ragda very hard? Yes, ma'am. This is not even ragda, this is not even half of hour. Start. 1 front roll. Now how to do it? You want me to give demo? Sure, demo. Yes. Why you're putting head? Because you're afraid that you might get hurt. Fall down on this portion. Look at her. Do it slowly. She's not, when she's bending, she's putting her head behind and then falling on her back. Okay? Yes, little bit better. Get up. See, making you learn this because any senior, any officer might anytime. Before being a leader, I always expect me to be a good human being. So if I'm leading my course mates or any other group, I make sure that I know my people around me.
Ipupu ma'am, she's demo type. She's good in everything. Head down. Give a joke for me. Go. Mentally तो I'm strong, but मेरा physical थोड़ा सा weak है, तो I'm trying here कि कैसे भी physical अच्छा strong हो जाए और हो जाएगा.
The first day has been hard for Shriti, unaccustomed to this level of physical exertion. But she's clearly not one to give up easily.
Once they join the academy, not everybody, but many of them may have not done any physical activity in their life at all. So they get the first shock of their life that, okay, I have to do all these things. First thing I tell these juniors that there's no women empowerment in army. You are all already empowered. That is why you are here.
The imposing Rizong Law, named after the mountain pass in Ladakh, where the Indochina War of 1962 was fought, is where the High Command of OTA is seated. This includes Major General Arun, the DCCI or Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor.
Sit down. Baki aayenge pedal hai.
Sir, running.
Sit down.
I say you're fond of running, so it's okay. Take off your cap, sit down. Yeah. How are your physical standards?
Infinitely more difficult for a woman, an Indian woman, to get into the Officers Training Academy or the Armed Forces than it is for an average Indian male. So what is it that they bring? They bring a great fire. They bring a passion. They bring a want to not just prove to themselves that they are capable of doing what they set out to do, but also to the larger circle of friends and family, to the society, to the nation as a whole. Now this fire and passion translates to a commitment and a dedication during the training process. Now when you put these three together, what you have is an outstanding product.
The OTMS, with the capacity to seat 500, is where junior and senior cadets sit together, but all within protocol.
Any senior here? Senior? How many juniors? Seniors, you need to teach the juniors as to how to have food. Please teach them as to how to open and close the plate.
When I first came here and I had my first lunch, I was looking at the seniors. They were using this spoon and forks. I've ate with the spoons, but I've never ate it with the full mess etiquette. I didn't know. I was so confused. I even dropped one of the spoons inside. I was nervous because the seniors were telling me you have to do this and you have to do that, and then it fell. I had very little lunch that day because I was afraid, I was confused that I'll do some more mistakes.
Raised in a lower Dibanga valley in Arunachal Pradesh, Ipupu's dream of joining the Indian Army were not realized with ease.
When I used to watch movies and all in the TVs, so Army, it used to make me really feel like I really need to join this. But I didn't have any idea how to do it. I think it was in the destiny because I got to meet people who were very interested in defense, and I realized where I was. This whole time I was in a cocoon. But after talking to those people, I realized that maybe I can do it. Maybe I could be one who could lead, be a path breaker.
And after completing her graduation from civil engineering, Ipupu is now being trained to become a leader at the OTA. She is an appointment, a privilege given to only 84 out of the 500 cadets. Every morning, the appointments arrive at the office of the adjutant, or administrative head of the academy, to take orders that help them plan the daily routine of the cadets. The appointments are the important bridge between OTA management and the cadets.
It feels really tough. At points I feel stressed out. At point it feels like I'm not getting time for myself. But you stand a little bit above from others because you have it in you. So in order to prove yourself, in order to give your best, in order to get trained well, you have to burn more than others.
Some of these appointments are also frontrunners for the prestigious Sword of Honor, the ultimate recognition of excellence.
Yes, sir.
With the final decision barely 5 months away, their performance is under keen observation. 49 weeks of rigorous training will culminate in the passing out parade, when they will finally become officers in the Indian Army, and one deserving cadet will receive the Sword of Honor. In 2011, Lady Cadet Divya Ajit became the first ever woman to be given the coveted Sword of Honor, creating history at the OTA. Only 3 women have been awarded with the Sword of Honor, and Ipupu will have to bring out her best to be the next.
Training is very tough, but the schedule is also very hectic. And by the end of the 6 months, you see the changes. Most of my course mates, I've seen the changes, how they came and how they are now, and how confident they have become now. By the end of the training, I want to be a very good officer, a very fine officer, all this training and all pushed me to go out of my limits, to do things that people haven't even imagined. I want to give my best.
At the heart of all training are three very basic factors. You have to be able to shoot straight, have physical fitness, stamina, and along with these two qualities, be a good leader. Be able to take your men along with you.
Within a few weeks into training, sleepless and exhausted, Shriti is holding the rifle for the first time today.
4.5 kg का होता है, तो just to hold it in one hand is difficult because पहले कभी ऐसे उठाया नहीं होता है.
नहीं पहले कॉक करना उसके बाद मैगजीन चढ़ाना.
Being a soldier, what we first imagine is a weapon. So when we first came here, we didn't know anything about the weapon. But now, being here in the academy, we had so many scorpers, so many lessons for weapon. But when we go for the real firing, it's where the thrill is.
Detail, line position. Detail, khali kar.
When you put the magazine on the rifle and cock it, and then it makes that sound, and then for that very moment, you feel invincible because just one trigger and then you shoot.
Single shot, fire.
For now, in the range, we just shoot in the target. But when we're in the field, it will be the enemy terrorist or whoever it may be. Ek goli, ek dushman.
सामने figure 11 target. Single shot, fire.
With the intense training at the academy, aches and pains, even injuries are not uncommon amongst the cadets. Ipupu is nursing an ankle injury, and with the crucial test in the morning, she is leaving nothing to chance.
Tomorrow I have first attempt BPAT test, so I want to perform my best. I have to relax so that I can perform tomorrow a 5-kilometer run.
It is the morning of the Battle Physical Efficiency Test, or BPET, which consists of 5-kilometer run, horizontal and vertical rope climb, 60-meter sprint, and ditch. The BPET will certainly push the cadets to their limit.
It's a 5-kilometer run. Do not start sprinting. First 100 meters start pacing yourself. Thereafter you can scoot. All right? Are you confident?
Yes, sir.
On my count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off. But Chennai's high humidity makes this run harder, even for the toughest of cadets. Ipupu finds herself struggling to keep up.
अरे आ जाओ तुम लोग क्या वॉकिंग करके आ जाओ जल्दी आओ.
And it seems the BPET has overpowered Ipupu. The 5-kilometer run may have brought Ipupu to her knees.
My run wasn't what I expected exactly. I think it was lack of practice because I had an ankle injury, so I wasn't running too much of 5-kilometer run. And for this kind of run, you need endurance. You have to build it up, which was lacking. And also, I think I wasn't well hydrated. I wasn't having any control over my body. I just continued. I could only finish it good.
But nothing can keep her down. There is the horizontal and vertical rope.
You know your capability.
60-meter sprint and ditch, still left to prove herself.
Very good.
A good soldier knows how to rise after a fall, and Ipupu is all soldier.
Grip ठीक से बनाओ, छोटा sitting position बनाओ उसके बाद. These two pass, 1 and 2 pass. This test, as the name suggests, is a battle physical efficiency test. So it is soldiers' assessment for their efficiency and their readiness for a battle.
The BPET might be over, but the inter-company judo competition awaits. And after the setback this morning, Ipupu is back in the game. A win here will get her company the trophy and help her gain crucial points to stay on the top.
At the start, we all were individual persons, but now we were Zulus, a part of Zozila. We bleed blue, that's what we say.
For the junior cadets, it is closing in on 2 months at the OTA. Less than 8 weeks into training, they will be running 20 kilometers, carrying a battle load of 8 kilos.
They have to run nearly the entire night. They can't afford to stop. And it is with full battle loads and weapons.
Token, next.
Sir, Zojila can be 857.
857. 62 way. Okay, next.
The heat and humidity of Chennai to carry a full pack and load and weapons and run in the heat is quite taxing. But it's more a test of mental endurance than physical because everybody gets tired. There are beautiful images vividly stored in my mind of 2 lady cadets in particular. They held each other's hand all through because the willpower multiplies when you join it with somebody else. It doesn't add. That's exponential increase in willpower.
Straight line there. You are excellent. Sir, Nashara 239.
इससे पहले मैंने कभी नहीं सोचा था कि मैं 20 किलोमीटर्स भी भाग सकती हूँ. In fact, when I came here, I am not even able to run for 2.4 kilometers continuous. Today, I completed my 20 kilometers in excellent with all the content, scale B and then weapon along. I am feeling very proud on myself.
In barely 2 months of training, the 23-year-old from Bhopal has lost not just kilos, but the fear of pushing herself physically. And she is well on her way to becoming an intrepid soldier. The mood amongst the junior cadets is buoyant. After a grueling 2.5 months of training, a few lucky ones have earned the privilege to go home by performing well in the route march. Shriti is one of them.
I'm very happy. I'll be leaving by evening 7. I have my train. I'm excited to see my father, my brother, and I'm also gonna cook for them. So I'm very happy. After the haircut, they haven't seen me because we do not have smartphones. So it will be very different for them also. So everyone is so excited to go to home that they don't even bother that 24 or 30 hours of journey. Like for me, it's like almost 24 hours. I'll reach there, I'll stay just for 1 day and I'll come back on the next day.
As the cadets return after a well-deserved break, they get straight into the grind. 30 kilometers from OTA, in the middle of wilderness, the junior cadets are on an outdoor camp for the 5-day exercise Shatrujit.
So there is no separate tactic called cover and move. It is only fire and move.
It's day 4 and with exercises simulating an actual war-like scenario.
Neha Pandey, wake up.
Neha Pandey, you are not ready to go to attack.
The cadets have barely had a few hours of sleep in the last 3 days.
Yes, and model. General area. Tayur Reserve Forest. Khabar dushman ki.
Shriti has been made platoon commander and she's learning that clear communication with the troops is key.
If you are not able to make your troops understand as to what they have to do, then there will be chaos at night. and there will be bloodbath.
The operation should be successful. For that, you need to have firm irada that by this time your platoon is going to capture that bunker.
Apart from digging trenches, the cadets are being trained to use the right lingo.
Jai Hind Shriman, मैं 8 कुमाव, Bravo Company, platoon number 4 के section number
The tone, manner and clarity in which Shriti commands her platoon will make or break her performance.
Moving into the city?
Yes, sir.
The city is marked?
No, sir, they have just reached.
The activities at camp are simulating an actual war-like situation, and operating in the dark is part of the game.
In war situation or in our training, we need to ensure that they get trained in the dark itself, because you don't get light. Operations they take place in the night itself. So the training has to be in the night.
Don't lie down in the minefield.
I was the platoon commander. According to the drill, I have to give command, and then we have 3 sections. So each section has to attack.
Spot drop! 90 degree to the enemy bunker! Move!
Basically, there is a mini flare which eliminates the area. तो वो पूरे जागरूक हो गए and उनका पूरे trenches, उनके पूरे तीनों section, they are almost ready to fire. पहला section था वो attack करने गया and I was about to give command to second section, but everyone just started firing at each other.
Over.
Section number 3, over.
Inform section number 2, over.
Sir, Lady Cat Shriti Dubey.
Aage?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Where were you?
Sir, section 1, sir.
Why were you lost in the battle?
The learning value of mistakes is much higher than the success of an exercise like this. So we want them to make mistakes so that they learn from their mistake, they remember it throughout their life, that because of this mistake, our exercise was not declared a success. So they may not repeat the same mistakes when they are in actual scenario.
Platoon commander to section number 2.
हमको यहाँ पे सिखाते हैं कि as we are an officer cadet, अभी इसके बाद हम ऑफिसर बनेंगे, हम सोल्जर्स को कमांड करेंगे, तो हमारा एक डिसीजन कैसे उनकी पूरी लाइफ डिसाइड करता है, उनकी फैमिली की. तो यहाँ पे आके हमें बेसिकली मैंने ये सीखा है कि चीज़ों को जो भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हमको मिलती है उसको बहुत सीरियसली करना होता है.
The juniors are back in the academy after a grueling 5 days of exercise. Shatrujit. The cadets stumble out of the bus, drained and exhausted, but eager to share stories with the seniors. Ipupu is all ears.
Well, how was it, juniors? Meena, you're tired? Very tired. It's okay. You're not dead now.
As Shriti gets a well-deserved rest, Ipupu has another task to accomplish. Bayonet fighting is part of weapon training. It's a show of aggression and raw grit, not for the faint-hearted. This is one of the few exercises in which both gentlemen and lady cadets compete against one another. And like every other exercise, Ipupu does not hold back.
Well, we have started this inducting women into the army about early 90s. And since then, as I said, we have come a long way. Let me say with a lot of pride that they have risen to the occasion, and whatever task has been given to them, and they've been performing exceedingly well everywhere.
Go! Nikal! Disha badal! Dash! Wah batao! Back! Dava! Dava!
Cadet! Done!
आज का रिजल्ट इस प्रकार से है. सबसे अच्छा प्रदर्शन करने के लिए लेडी कैडेट इपुपू मैना 86 मार्क लेके इस कंपटीशन के दौरान फर्स्ट पोजीशन है.
With barely 1 month to go for the passing out parade, the top 5 cadets in order of merit are called to Rizong Law for a final review. Ipupu is among them. But only one out of the meritorious 5 will carry the sword of honor.
Jai Hind. So at the very outset, I must compliment all 5 of you on behalf of the Commandant of the Academy that because of persistent hard work for last 1 year, all 5 of you have been graded as top 5 in the order of merit of your course. So congratulations to all 5 of you. And as you're aware that every term, one cadet of the passing out course gets sword of honor as the best cadet of the passing out course. So you'll be undergoing an interview by the panel of officers. The sequence of interview would be firstly Ipupu Meena, secondly Harpreet, thirdly Suniti Chamoli,
Yes, sir.
fourth Vaibhav Mahajan, and last Varun Pratap Singh.
Yes, sir.
All the best. May God be with you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Jai Hind.
For me, I've given my best in the whole 49 weeks of training. I'll give my 100%. Being in the top 5 merit is also a very big deal for me. Coming from a very remote place, no guidance, and learning so much about Indian Army, everything in the academy is also a very big deal for me. I won't mind even if I don't get it, and I'd be very happy for the one who'll be getting the Sword of Honor.
"49 weeks are almost over for the senior cadets, and soon they will be commissioned as Army officers. The mood in the academy is charged. Preparations are on in full swing. Parents from different parts of the country have started arriving to witness the cadets take the final step. Ipupu's family has traveled more than 2,000 kilometers to be here, and they're all here, her parents, brother, sisters and her Naya or teacher who's very special to her.
First time Ipupu wants to join the Indian Army, I was excited. I'm very happy she will be giving service to the nation.
Whatever she's done on her own only. Of course, we are there just a guiding force. She's a special child, special gifted child, you know, from the very beginning. Means so loving, so caring, means you can't express it really. She's like that from the very beginning.
That's very easy. थक जाएगा आप लोग. We have to climb up. इसलिए गाड़ी लाने से ठीक था पड़ता. But it's okay. It's walking. It's good. From up there we can see all those. Since I've been born, like since I can remember, since my memory goes to the first memory also, we've been calling her Naya Madam. Even there were many tough times when I felt like giving up. Just call her. She is a great listener. She will just listen. She will motivate you. She is so pure of love. She doesn't need anything in return. We don't need anything in return. It's just this pure relationship between us that no one will understand. It was not possible without them. Like my father never stopped me from dreaming. Now also it's not a big deal being an officer, you know, but I'm happy that I'll be able to give them a good life, that they won't have, trouble.
Officers Training Academy Sports Medal. This medal is awarded to the lady cadet performing best in the sports events. For this term, this medal goes to Battalion Cadet Adjutant Ipupu Meena of Scotland.
This is the proudest moment of our lives.
Because she happens to be the second girl to become inducted as an officer in the Indian Army. And the whole state, and we are very happy. Tomorrow will be a great day for every one of us.
Tomorrow is the passing out parade for senior corps, and we have been preparing the sitting plan for all the officers and the parents of senior corps. So we have been preparing the sitting plan since 1 week so that they can have a comfortable POP stay.
Tomorrow is the last day in my academy. So excited also. Don't know, got mixed feelings. Now it's been 11 months now. And it feels like yesterday, but so many things. Like in these 11 months I've learned so many things. So this is the final day. This is it. I mean, this will be the last day they'll be doing drill in OTA. And after my passing out parade, I'll be passing out as an officer, as a lieutenant. So I'll put in my best efforts so that I give a very good, best passing out parade.
All final checks and balances are in place for the passing out parade. In a few hours, all the seniors will walk across the Antin Pog as Army officers, while one deserving cadet will receive the Sword of Honor.
When you initially join the academy, it's a great unknown out there. But over the years, over the terms, as you get your training, you make good friends, that camaraderie which develops. And of course, you're put through your paces, physical training, skill at arms, leadership. And that does get a lot of bonding. You become a different person altogether at the end of the training. And I think that is the strength of our academies. And of course, at the end of it all, we have the parade where we graduate and get commissioned.
The pent-up excitement amongst the cadets is palpable behind the Parma's worn Dwar. In a few moments, they will be marching out towards the Antin Pog.
The advance call having been sounded, the stage is now set for the contingents to march in. Charging forward in perfect unison to the magnificent portrait into the Parmeshwaran parade ground. Today is a red letter day for all of them. You've chosen the noble profession of arms. There is no greater profession, vocation, or occupation that is as admired and respected throughout the history of mankind.
And the big moment has arrived. The recipient of the Sword of Honor is about to be announced.
The reviewing officer will now present the award to the proud winners. Sword of Honor, awarded to the best all-round cadet, the passing out course. The winner is Academy Cadet Adjutant Harpreet Singh.
Ipupu misses out by a small margin. But she takes it in her stride. Her dream of becoming an officer is just a step away from being fulfilled.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time for which this sort of ceremony is being held. The passing of the
At the end of the parade, as we pass out, we step over the Antim Pag, which marks the culmination of our training. And it is a great feeling, of course, that you have come so far in spite of all the rigors. Reaching that Antim Pag is actually a feat by itself. Not everyone is even cut out for it.
And it's done. 11 months, 49 weeks, aches and pains, blood, sweat and tears. From these sounds of pure joy, it's clear that it was all worth it for these lady cadets of yesterday, are now officers in the Indian Army. Inspiring women across the country to aim higher and dream bigger. The final touch and the most heartfelt one, the pipping ceremony, when parents uncover the stars on these able shoulders.
My parents, they are very, very happy. I haven't seen them this happy before, ever in my life. And this is the best thing that I could do for them.
I'm very proud that my daughter has become an army officer. I dedicate her for the safety and honor of the country, India.
Taking back lots of memories, lots of love, and lots of friends, course mates for life. Lots of learnings from the academy, things that I never knew that I could do also, that I thought was impossible. But the academy has taught me that no matter what, you keep on going, it's all in the head.
This is an emotional moment for Shriti and Ipupu. They say their goodbyes to each other as one steps into the shoes of another.
Today, finally, I've become a senior. I'm really happy about it, like this second term batch. It's like an honor to become a senior because now every junior, everyone is like just following you. You lead by an example.
We've come a long way. The day is not too far off. We will have a woman officer who will be the commanding officer of a unit, based purely on merit.
There's no stopping these fiery women as they continue to break new barriers and make India proud. And, in another part of the country, a young officer with big dreams marches towards a new life.